Here we are with Duke at the IBA official global forum here in Dubai. Duke, how you doing today?
Chip, I'm really well, thanks. Thanks for inviting me on.
No problem at all. Actually, talking about inviting someone on and talking about boxing, you just set up your own podcast in the UK. Talk to me a little bit about what this is about, who you're going to have on, and what kind of things you'll be discussing boxing-wise.
Well, I've just started my own podcast called The Duke Box. And
good name.
Yeah, it's called The Duke Box. And what I'm trying to be is an impartial voice on boxing. I know I've been a former world champion, but you know, sometimes when I listen to boxers talk about boxing, they get a little bit twisted. I'm not saying there aren't any good ones. There are plenty of good commentators out there, plenty of good co-commentators, plenty of boxers talking about the sport of boxing. But what I try to be is I try and speak my truth when I'm speaking about boxing. What I try to do is put myself in that boxer's shoes and try to explain to the general public who's going to win, how they're going to win, or even if somebody's losing in the fight, how's the other guy going to get back into the fight?
So like a voice of reason.
A voice of reason.
Kind of like complete format of an overall view of boxing.
Yeah. That's exactly it. I mean, like I say, you can be sitting at 4 different corners of the ring side in a fight and watching a fight, but you know, 4 different corners will give you 4 different perspectives. The only person that is really qualified to give you a perspective of a fight is the guy that's actually been in there, somebody that's actually done it. So I've done it obviously to the highest level. So I'd like to be able to use my level of expertise, if you will, and explain to the general public what's going on.
Like you said, firsthand, you've been there, you've been in the ring, you've done the rounds, you've done the brutal punishment, and you've taken the brutal punishment, you've taken the hits, so you know what it's like to be a fighter.
Yeah.
And you can literally affiliate with the audience and explain to them all of that you've just explained.
Exactly. And that's the end product, obviously, when you're fighting. It's what goes into a fight before that. The training, the getting up in the morning, the going to bed early on a summer's evening at 6 o'clock, going about food, going about sex, going about seeing your kids, you know, moving out into training camp. But I mean, a lot of boxers talk about going into training camp now, right? But training camp for me was 365 days of the year. And I used to move out of my house for like 12 weeks. Sometimes I'd be gone for maybe 2 or 3 months at a time. But you're constantly training in the build-up to going into training camp. And you make sacrifices. Like I say, you don't see your wife, you don't see your kids. And that can really play a big part with your mental strength, or your mentality, I should say. So, you know, boxers are cut from a different cloth to a degree, because we have to be a fighter, a provider. You know, we have to be we've got to wear so many different caps. So it'd be nice to explain to the public what boxers have to go through long before the fight starts, and then what happens after a fight.
I think generally, like you're saying, when you're talking about British public, the audience, those fans that are not really diehard fans of boxing, but they tune in, they'll watch a fight. They don't really understand what is encompassing for a fighter, but with the lead up to a fight, do they? They don't really understand all the grit, the pain, the struggle, like you said, that they go through, like not seeing their family for weeks and then having to weight cut, having to, you know, literally give up so much in order to get in the ring for 36 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, 36 minutes is a long time. When you're in a sport like boxing, 36 minutes is a long time. It's 36 minutes of competitive action. I think boxing is probably the longest martial arts sport that there is. 12 rounds of 3 minutes each round. That's 36 minutes if you don't consider the minutes break in between. So to keep your concentration for 36 minutes, it's a hard thing to do when somebody's throwing punches at you for real. So it's like I say, I'm going to try and put a new spin on my podcast. I call it The Duke Box, and I hope people subscribe and tune into my channel, where they get a fresh look, an honest look, and an unbiased opinion on the sport of boxing.
Brilliant. Well, we look forward to that, Duke. Will it be starting in January?
No, I've just started it. I went live last night, actually.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I went live last night.
So that will be up soon.
It's being downloaded probably now as we speak. And the first 2 or 3 episodes are certainly going to be live now.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to that, Duke. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks, champ. I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much.